All right, y'all, I got a stack of books here for the mid-year review or the mid-year tag, and I hope you're ready. Starting off with the best book I've read so far in 2025. If you've read any of my watched any of my reading vlogs, you're probably gonna know what this is. All the Colors of the Dark, Chris Whitaker. My God, this book is absolutely fantastic, and it tells the story of Patch and Saint, and I would say Patch is the main character. It's told over several decades. Patch saves a girl from being kidnapped, and the story takes off from there, and that is like the event that sets everything in motion. And wow, this book, not only did I absolutely devour it, I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. And I cannot recommend this book enough. If you don't take any other recommendation from me or any of my videos, read this book. I'm telling you, it is worth it. It is an absolute masterpiece. All right, let's do the best sequel that I've read in 2025. And I have to go with Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. So this book, this series, duology, I guess I should say, is a really good intro to fantasy because this world isn't difficult to follow. The concepts of like magic and fantasy and things like that aren't difficult to follow either. But this is how you do a series. This was told from a little bit different point of view than the first book. But it actually made a lot of sense based on like what happened in the first book, everything that's going on in the second book. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I read One Dark Window, immediately started this book. I didn't even give it a second thought because I just had to find out what happened. So this is my first of the best sequels that I have read in 2025. The second is going to be, this is not one that was published in 2025, but I read it, and it was House of Sky and Breath. So this is the Crescent City series. I only have 1 and 2 here. I don't have book 3, but I wouldn't be talking about it in this video anyway because book 3 fell short. This book is where it's at. Oh my God. This is easily my favorite of the series. And I've talked about Crescent City before, but what I really liked about this series is the urban fantasy and fantasy world, I should say. It's set in a city. And this book introduces some new points of view too, who I really like these different characters. I really like the different viewpoints. This book was just so well done. I read these on Kindle originally, so I did not realize how thick these were, but these bad boys are thick. But yeah, this book, best of the series by far. So 2 new releases that I have not read yet that I want to. And the first is Nightshade by Michael Connelly. And that came out May 30th, 2025. And I almost picked it up when I was at the bookstore today, but I've got it on hold at the library, so hopefully I can get it soon. But I really love the Bosch series, the Ballard series, and the Lincoln. I love everything Michael Connelly writes, okay, let's be honest. And so Nightshade introduces a new detective into his world and his series. I don't think that it's connected to like Bosch or the Lincoln Lawyer in any way. I could be wrong, but I think this is just a standalone like new character. The second one is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard so many good things about this book. I absolutely cannot wait to read it. But I've also heard that it's really going to make me cry. So I think I'm going to have to be in the right, mood or frame of mind to read this. But I'm very, very excited about this one just because of all the good things I've heard about it. So it's about Joan Goodwin. She's been obsessed with stars. She joins the program for NASA's first women scientists and wants to go to space. And so it's all about her and the women in this program, their friendships, and questioning everything she thinks she knows about her place in the universe. So I don't know who can't relate to that. So 2 books for my most anticipated release for the second half of 2025. So the first one, I've talked about this series. I absolutely love it. Nice little cozy reads, Shady Hollow. And the 6th book, Mockingbird Court, comes out October 2025. So I'm very excited to read that one. And then also I have another book, Sarah Rosh, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. If you've watched some of my other book vlogs, I've talked about The Nightmare Before Christmas and Go Luck Yourself, which is a series that she also writes. So I'm very excited for this next book. And that comes out August 2025, so I don't have to wait too long. All right, my biggest disappointment of 2025, and I feel bad saying this, but it's Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. The story in this book for me just fell flat compared to everything else. And I love Rio, so I was so excited to read his story, and I feel like this book just let me down, which I actually hate. Next, the biggest surprise of 2025. So I have one of these books physically and then one I read on Kindle. The first one is Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers. And this book this is another beautiful book. It's very deep. But there's 3 sisters. Their name is Blue. And one is a boxer, one is a lawyer, and one is a model. And the 4th sister has passed. And it's kind of how they navigate the grief of losing their sister, life, ambition, addiction, like all of these different things. And they return home and everything that comes along with returning home. So it's also a really great story about sisterhood and learning to love life again. So beautiful, made me cry. The next one was This Book Will Bury Me, Ashley Winstead. This book really surprised me. I was like into it almost immediately, which was a little surprising based on the reviews that I read. But I really enjoyed this book, really enjoyed like the format, the way it was set up, the story. Yeah, I just really liked it. Very good. My favorite new to me author that I discovered in 2025 has to be Chris Whitaker. I've read a couple of his books now. So All the Colors of the Dark, obviously, talked about that. Then I read his debut novel, Tall Oaks, and I also read We Begin at the End. So all 3 of those books were very good. I would have to say favorite, second favorite, and then Tall Oaks. And I need to read All the Wicked Girls, but I can't find that from the library, which I think is weird. So I guess I'll have to keep looking for it in print or order it. I did look for it when I was at the library or the bookstore today, and they didn't have it. So I don't know. I guess I might have to go to Amazon for that. We'll see. Newest fictional crush has to be Wilder. I'm gonna say Wilder. From Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. He is smart. He's funny. He's ambitious. Kind of. I'll say he's ambitious. He is. He's cool, and the amount of effort that he puts in for Scotty is top of the line. Yeah, I wish he was real. Newest favorite character. That one is easy. Has to be Bryce from Crescent City. She is a badass. She is so fierce, so strong, so smart. The way that she handles these situations, yeah, everybody makes dumb decisions. Sometimes she's not the smartest, but she is a badass. She can hold her own. I want to be Bryce. And she's gorgeous. And she's not skinny, which I thought was awesome. So, absolutely love Bryce. I want to be Bryce, to be honest. Okay, 2 books that made me cry. I already talked about We Begin at the End. It definitely made me cry. The other book, I think I got rid of at a book exchange, but it was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Polston. There is one specific scene in that book that made me bawl my darn eyes out. And if you've read the book, you know I'm not going to give any spoilers, but that one specific scene was what did it for me. A book that made me happy. So I have two, and the first one is a series, and it's the Shady Hollow series. So I've talked about these. They're just nice little cozy fun reads. All the characters are animals, which you kind of forget as you're going through the books, but those just make me so happy because they're just so like, it is what it is. Like it's the book, and there's nothing political in it. There's nothing like controversial. There's nothing like, there's no spice or anything like that. They're just really little cozy mysteries, and I just really like them. It's very easy to like imagine Shady Hollow. I want to live there. Yeah, I just love those books so much. They just put a smile on my face anytime I'm talking about them. The next book that made me happy is The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. I don't see many people talking about this book, and I don't know why. So Patrick O'Hara, or Gay Uncle Patrick, Gup, is the main character, and he's been tasked with taking care of his niece and nephew for the summer. And Patrick is not a parent. He's not cut out for this, and he navigates it the best he can. And their mother has just passed away, so it's also like, it's deeper than you think it would be on first glance. But just the way the book develops and Patrick grows is, it's a wonderful book. It's really great. It's funny and it's sweet, and yeah, I really liked this book. Okay, my last category is most beautiful book, and I think this one might be, I don't know. I think beautiful is subjective, but it just so happens that my most beautiful book, I think, is one that I also really enjoyed, and that is What the River Knows. So this is metallic gold. It's not gonna like show up too well, I don't think, in my light, but it's beautiful. And again, like I said, this is a book that I really enjoyed too. So I don't know, this fits what the book is about very well. So that is my mid-year book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've read any of these books, let me know. If you want to tell me your books in these categories, I'd also love to know that, because I'm always looking to add to my TBR. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.